Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Science Fiction Double Feature Podcast, podcast number 56. The podcast our mother has to set every night to get that signature look. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Hello, Terry. This is my co-host, Terry. How are you?
I'm drinking black coffee.
Good. Are you Batman?
No, I'm out of milk.
Batman wouldn't run out of milk. He's very prepared.
Well, then he wouldn't be drinking black coffee either.
No, he drinks black coffee when he has to go and solve the case. He wanders
Uh,
into diners in Gotham and is like coffee black, and then sits in the corner moping about things.
I've never seen Ben Affleck do that. Or Val
Ben
Kilmer.
Oh, I feel like the animated one did.
Oh, okay.
It happened in the animated series. I don't. Yeah, I don't think they really have time for that in Batman Forever.
Well, he got drive-through. No, that was in Batman and Robin.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. None of these movies had the wherewithal to put Batman in a diner. Yes. Right. Okay. So yes, what we normally talk about when we're not talking about the beverages of Batman and their place in the Batman cinematic universe is movies. We're going to talk about some movie news, movie trailers, movies that are coming out, and movies we've seen. What's news, Terry?
I got some great news, the most exciting news, better than any of your news you've got listed here.
Great.
No, mine's much better. We're getting a Shaun the Sheep 2. Yes! I'm so excited. Shaun the Sheep's Facebook page put up a cool photo and a little caption. We're making Shaun the Sheep 2. That's all that I need. I don't need any big write-up article from anyone. I just need that photo of the sheep next to a big grassy 2. Shaun the Sheep was I think that made my top 10 in last year. It was so funny and not enough people saw it. Even you were skeptical about it. When you came back over here, I made you watch it anyway.
This is true. Yeah, it was good.
It's very good. So I'm very excited we're getting a Shaun the Sheep 2. Aardman should do more Shaun the Sheep movies. So are you excited? Are you going to go see this one?
I don't know. I might. I'll have to see how I go. It's busy for Aardman. They're making Early Man as well.
What's that?
I'm not quite sure because it kind of passed me by. But they're making a short about a cave. No, not a short. A feature about a caveman.
Oh, okay.
Early Man, I think. And yeah, but this news kind of passed us by. But yeah, so I haven't heard from Aardman that much. But starring Eddie Redmayne and Tom Hiddleston.
Well, Early Man.
Yeah.
Well, at least I won't have to look at Eddie Redmayne.
You love it. You love his amazing face. It's me. Anyway, yes, I'll watch Shaun the Sheep when it comes out. I'm sure I will.
I know I will. What boring news do you have, Tim?
Okay, this is exciting news. I don't think this is boring at all. From the person who brought us such iconic works as Ride Along 2, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, and Fuck the Police, Ice Cube is going to be in a Oliver Twist adaptation. He's not yet. He's already been in Straight Outta Compton. That was already. They're making a modern version of Oliver Twist, starring Ice Cube, the actor who was in Are We There Yet? I don't know. There's no word on other casting details. I assume Ice Cube is not playing the titular orphan who wants some more. My guess is, he'd be playing Fagin, surely. Ice Cube is going to be playing Fagin. Kind of want him to play the Artful Dodger. We'll have to see what happens there. But what is this movie? How is Ice Cube from NWA in an Oliver Twist movie? This is ridiculous. My God, I want to see it. I want to see Ice Cube in Oliver Twist. That sounds fantastic. I think it's a musical. It's like a contemporary version, but also it's a contemporary version of the musical, not the original Dickens book. Yes, I think it's going to be fantastic.
It's a hip opera.
Hip opera. It's oh man,
I'm not claiming that as my own. I'm not going to claim I'm that smart to invent hip opera.
Where did you get that from?
I saw it on. I heard it on another podcast, which they heard it on MTV years ago.
Oh, good God. So. MTV, still culturally relevant. That's an amazing turn of events.
Except they don't play music videos anymore.
No, I don't even know if they have MTV anymore. Do they still? Does it still exist?
Yes, it still exists. It just doesn't. It has all those crappy reality TV shows where they pimp stuff. Pimp My Ride and pimp other things. Pimp My Wife. I don't know.
I think they've made My
Wife. They should, but can they be aired like after 11 p.m?
Also, it leads to massive heartbreak. But anyway, Pimp My Ride. No, yeah. Yes. So I guess you're not excited about the Oliver Twist adaptation. It's in the works.
Not especially. I remember watching the Any movie that came out 2 years ago.
That was amazingly bad.
Yeah, I think this is going to follow the same pattern.
Good. It could be amazing.
It could, but probably won't be. The only way I'm going to watch it is Ice Cube is Oliver. That's it. I'm not going to see it if it's anything else.
I think that would be amazing, actually, if it was all like proper English people. Like they got like someone from Harry Potter to play Fagin, like, and it's full of like the likes of Helen Mirren and Michael Gabon and Matthew McFadden and the respectable English people, and then Oliver Twist is played by Ice Cube. That would be amazing. That would be an amazing movie to see.
Yo, bro, give me some more.
I don't know. That's it. Yes.
More? Yeah, no.
And then at the end, he still turns out to be related to them, and just no one questions it. That would be fantastic. I think that would be an amazing movie. Oh my god! But it's probably not what they're making. Oh well, we've invented a movie that's better than what's actually happening. So, oh well.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, it's good. Hire us, Hollywood, to make up your movies for you. They won't make any money, but my god, what a ride! Okay, all right. Shall we move on from that?
Yes.
Okay. News of a sort. I don't know if this is bad or good news. I think again we're gonna have to just see what happens. Star Trek Discovery, the revival of Star Trek that's coming to CBS All Access and Netflix for the rest of us, has lost its showrunner officially. Bryan Fuller is no longer technically the showrunner of Star Trek Discovery. He's too busy making American Gods. Yeah, he's written 2 episodes and generally sort of been very responsible for the conception of the show. So I would imagine at this point it's not going to differ too much from what he's determined previously. The showrunner, such as that term has any meaning, the responsibilities of that will now be split between Alex Kurtzman, and Gretchen Berg and Aaron Harbitz, who have worked with Bryan Fuller on Pushing Daisies. I haven't actually seen Pushing Daisies, but it looks really good. So we'll have to see how that goes. I would imagine at this point that the show is largely determined. It's not going to change things greatly, barring some unforeseen catastrophe. Hollywood Reporter also has some details from a source, so take this with a grain of salt, on some of the casting, but not so much the casting, but the roles that may be in Star Trek Discovery. So we know that the lead character will be a woman, as I think a lieutenant commander in Starfleet. We'll also get an openly gay actor as one of the male leads, which I think we already knew there would be an openly gay character. A female admiral, a male Klingon captain, a male admiral, a male advisor, and a British male doctor. Yep. That doesn't really tell us a great deal, if it's to be trusted at all. I guess we know that there will be Klingons in Star Trek now, in Star Trek Discovery now. I guess that wasn't confirmed, so that's interesting. Apart from that, I mean, we don't know how significant these roles are, so we don't know how often these characters appear or what their significance to the show might be. I guess the Klingon captain is the most significant to me, given that that means there will be Klingon doings in this series. So, I mean, that kind of limits what it could be about to some extent, but I don't really know what that extent is. Anyway, yes, feel free to speculate. Send us messages. What did you have any? You're less excited about Star Trek Discovery than I am, so probably not that concerned.
I'm not that concerned. Why don't you like Alex Kurtzman, though?
He's been responsible for much junk. Kurtzman and Orsi made just so much junk in their time. They wrote Star Trek Into Darkness, Transformers 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Just a lot of bad movies, basically.
A lot of bad sequels.
A lot of yeah. He's made a lot. I think he wrote Lost for a while. He was involved in Lost. Damon Lindelof, who's the really bad one, who makes like the worst junk I've ever seen. But still, Kurtzman and Orsi just don't make good stories, I don't think, at all. Damon Lindelof is much worse, though. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I hope Alex Kurtzman gets better because he's directing The Mummy reboot.
Is he? Interesting.
Yeah. And there's IMDb's got him credited as writing an Untitled one, so he could be writing Invisible Man or something.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, but as Star Trek goes, yeah, I have very little interest that Bryan Fuller is now going. But in saying that he's going, they say he's going because he's for other projects. So you could get other cool Bryan Fuller projects coming along.
Yeah, American Gods is going to be amazing, I think. It's got a fantastic cast. Gillian Anderson is in it. It's definitely like a show worthy of his attention. So yeah, and it's not as if he's departing for bitter reasons. It's definitely to go and make another show that will be great.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna.
I don't have much more to say about it.
Yeah, it's the kind of news. Like, we are still waiting to see what happens with Star Trek Discovery. There's a lot of reasons people are skeptical, whether they should be or not. But ultimately, we have to wait and see what this show is like. Anyway, I'm going to do this next bit of news, even though I said I wouldn't, because we've got through that quite quickly. Daisy Ridley was questioned by our website called Vulture, who I find that name quite telling. She was questioned on the subject of Rey's parentage, specifically the fan theories that she's Obi-Wan Kenobi's granddaughter, and a few other things. What is this? The Order of Jyn Erso or something? I don't know. The character from Rogue One. At which point she's responded, "We will see in a year," which would be the time at which Episode 8 is released, which many have read to indicate that Rey's parentage will be revealed, whatever it may be, in Episode 8. I don't think that's what's going on. I think this is, Vulture haven't published their actual question. I think this is a case of someone deflecting a line of questioning in a way that promotes the film. I think a lot of people are reading too much into this. I don't think there's no indication here really that we're going to find out what Rey's parentage might be, or maybe we will. I don't know. So it was interesting. I think, it's interesting examination of how things work, particularly with Star Wars. It seems that any sort of morsel is massively blown out of proportion at the moment. Anyway, Did you have anything to say on the subject of Daisy Ridley's answers being overinterpreted?
No, but did have something to say about their last paragraph of this article.
Yes.
It says, in relation to Rey being related to Obi-Wan, the theory supported by her Kenobi-like costume dexterity with Jedi mind tricks and love of solitude. I don't know if she loves the solitude. I don't know if I think she's just been left out in the middle of the desert and just had to have solitude.
Yeah,
So I don't think she's actually in love with solitude and likes being on her own. She's not a big loner. It's just that she's been dealt a shit hand and she's just had to manage on her own.
yeah, that is a terrible sentence. It's the same with Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. He's not in the desert to just kind of hang out and get away from it all. He's in hiding so he doesn't get brutally murdered by his fallen apprentice. What?
Yeah. It's not like he's had that much Facebook time. He's no, I'm going off the grid. Had enough.
Yeah,
Facebook sucks. Too many Candy Crush invites. I'm going home.
It's what a bizarre. Anyway. Solitude. It's oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shall we move on to trailers?
Let's do some trailers.
Okay. First up, we have A Cure for Wellness, the new film from Gore Verbinski, who gave you some other movies. Don't know.
I've never heard that name ever.
Gore Verbinski made The Ring and Pirates of the Caribbean. He made a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean. That's right. So this is his spooky thriller. Dane DeHaan, the young Leo, goes to a wellness center, a spooky wellness center, to retrieve his company's CEO, presumably gone to get some wellness, and found that it's all very spooky and there's all manner of dark goings on happening here. There's a lot of strange medical procedures. It looks, quite effective, I think, to my mind. Jason Isaacs is in this. A bunch of other people who aren't famous. It looks quite good, effective. The trailer has one of my absolute pet hates, though. The trend that I think started with Gone Girl for choral versions of pop songs over the top trailers is the worst thing. The worst thing since Shaky Cam. I'm going to call it that. God, this is tedious. Stop doing it. There's no point. Why does the trailer for Ouija have a choral version of Buffalo Springfield's For What It's Worth? Why is that a thing? What is the point of that? Why does this have a choral version of I Want to Be Sedated? Why? I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, otherwise this trailer does look quite effective. It's a spooky and unnerving medical place. Dane DeHaan does faces. It looks quite good, generally speaking. What did you think of A Cure for Wellness?
Actually, I quite like the images, and I liked the song separately because I do like I Want to Be Sedated, and I like this version, but I didn't like it in the trailer. And I didn't like it at the start. It kind of started with the Transformers. Dun! And
the Inception rap, did it?
Yeah. Kind of. It was a similar noise. But yeah, generally it looks really cool. It kind of gave me a Lobster feel to it, just mainly because they're in this wellness place and creepy things are happening. I'm on board. I like the look of it. Hopefully they stop with the silliness of putting Transformers and Inception into it and slow songs.
We'll never end the Inception rap. It'll go forever and ever. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, pretty much will. You hear it in so many trailers.
It's very effective. It's always like, and you're like, oh, something's going on.
But it's not that effective because now we go, oh, Transformers are coming, and I don't like Transformers.
What if there were Transformers just in random movies? What if there was you were watching Ice Cube's Oliver Twist and suddenly there was a Transformer? Would that be at least interesting?
Only if he's asking for more gruel.
More! Maybe that's going to be the Inception brap in the Oliver Twist trailer. It'll just be more, more, and that's how it goes. I don't know if that's true. I think that's infeasible. I feel like at this point, Ice Cube's Oliver Twist cannot possibly live up to our expectations and desires.
No, so let's just not watch it and just live in our fantasy.
What a bizarre turn of events. Okay, all right. Shall we? So yes, A Cure for Wellness looked quite good. Sweet. Right.
And I'm a little bit disappointed that with the song "I Want to Be Sedated," she didn't start going bam, 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 like the bam, 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 bam.
Oh, that would be the worst.
I know, but it would have been hilarious. Like, just slow that right down. Make that all melodramatic.
Maybe that could be the Inception. No, enough Inception, bro. All right, let's move on. Nocturnal Animals is a film coming out in December, the day after my birthday, from Tom Ford, starring Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Shannon. The trailer is very, very impressionistic. We get the sense that Amy Adams has wronged her ex-husband, Jake Gyllenhaal, in quite a serious way. And now he's very, very moody and quite damaged by that. And somehow, I think this involves hiring Michael Shannon to kill someone. Kind of the impression I get. I'm not quite sure what Michael Shannon's role in this is. The synopsis, according to IMDb, is an art gallery owner is haunted by her ex-husband's novel, a violent thriller she interprets as a veiled threat and a symbolic revenge tale. So maybe Michael Shannon is the character in the book. I don't know. It's very impressionistic. It looks very, very good. We definitely get a sense of these people are gloomy and have not, and stuff is going to happen that is worth watching. It looks like a quality film. I think it'll be interesting to see. Yes, it's very intriguing, certainly. Are you interested in seeing Nocturnal Animals?
Yeah, I want to see it mainly for the mystery because I have no idea what's going on. And I want to know what's going on.
How any of that stuff in the trailer relates to this synopsis at all. Like, I mean, I guess Amy Adams is the art gallery owner, and her ex-husband's novel is written by Jake Gyllenhaal. Apart from that, got no idea.
Yeah, so I'm very confused about what's going on here. But yeah, I think Jake Gyllenhaal is a very good fit for this. Like, if he can bring some of that energy he brought to Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he can be a
really
creepy dude when he wants to.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, generally I liked it. Did you say this is December?
9th of December, it says. That's probably an American release.
Okay, because in Australia it will be coming out on the 10th of November.
I see. I don't think it's... Is that like a festival or something?
No.
Interesting.
I've found in my discoveries that on the 10th of November, 2 Amy Adams movies are coming out.
Oh, because Arrival is coming out.
Arrival also comes out on the same day. So you can have a Amy Adams-a-thon if you like at the cinema.
I'm definitely going to see Arrival.
Mm.
When is this? I'll just check the New Zealand thing here, what this says. Yeah, it's out 10th of November as well.
Yeah.
There you go. It's kind of sprung up on us. My word.
Oh. That's only 10 days away? No.
Yes, it's very, very soon.
12. Yeah, so yeah, I'll see it.
Cool. So will I. Unless I'm busy with seeing Arrival, because I want to see that way more. But yes, this looks good. All right, shall we? What trailers have you got to talk about?
Oh, the one I've been waiting for. Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. the Netflix series. Released the full trailer. I'm so excited. You get to see so much in this. You get to see they're going to be doing Richard's funeral and how the family copes with that, which is kind of what I expected. Is what I really hope they open with is Richard's funeral, because Ed Herman died, so he wasn't coming back for this show. So that was really cool. I like how Emily's very minimalist now. She's wearing jeans and just like a t-shirt, but she still has her pearls on. So she's still classy, but minimal. Trying to deal with the grief. What else do we see? We see some weird town shenanigans going on, as always. And Rory, she doesn't know what she's doing at the moment. She's got no job, just traveling around, and plenty of pop culture references, and Kirk. So it's all there. I'm excited. November 25, I'm going to be binge watching these 4 episodes, hopefully. So, Tim, are you getting on board with the Gilmore Girls? Are you in the life?
So I've realised I basically find Gilmore Girls unwatchable, and I couldn't finish watching this trailer, so no.
Well, you're lost.
Oh well, I'm cool with it.
Other trailer that is, I think, worth talking about is Split, which is M. Night Shyamalan's new horror thriller thing, and it has James McAvoy kidnapping some family who are stuck in a traffic jam, which I think is the worst time to ever kidnap someone. Like, they're in the middle of a traffic jam, there's people all around you, you shove the dad in the trunk, and then get in the front seat and, like, pepper spray the mum, and then where you going? You got nowhere to go. There's no quick escape, you just got to sit there with, like, Joe Blogg next to you watching you do all this. It just seems a bit silly. But anyway, he kidnaps the family and takes them back to his place. And then, like, as the people are there, and James McAvoy's character, what's his name? He's got several names. Kevin. And Kevin interacts with them. They start to discover he's got split personalities, and these other personalities kind of take over from time to time. He's got 23 different personalities. So it looks like it's going to be really fun, really trippy. And that chick from The Witch is in it, Anya Taylor-Joy. So she was pretty good in that. And she's also in... What was she in? Or what is she going to be in? She was in something else I was going to mention. Morgan. So she's also in Morgan. That's coming out in November as well. So I'm excited. I want to see this. Are you going to see Shyamalan's new movie?
No, this is the jankiest looking thing I've ever seen. Why James McAvoy is a good actor. Why is he in this?
Of course, he wants to play 23 roles all in one movie.
Fine. Do I need to see it to appreciate McAvoy's range, or can I just know that? Because this looks so... This isn't... I don't think split personalities are even a real thing. Well, I don't think that's really the point. But it's so janky and stupid. I don't want to see this. I'm good.
All right, I'll go and watch it, because I think it's going to be good. I did like Shyamalan's last movie, The Visit, with the grandparents. So yeah, that was good. So hopefully he's on the road back up, away from all that shit. He's driving out of the shit, as I say. But honestly, why do you kidnap a family in the middle of a freaking traffic jam?
Maybe that's what's going to be like super tense. Maybe that'll be done really well.
Why he just sits there awkwardly while everyone's just seeing him bash over Dad and put him in the back.
Maybe it's like super tense. It's like the people are just there, but I don't know, for some reason they can't contact them. I don't know. No. Done well. I can imagine that being quite an effective scene, but I don't know how you do it well. but I imagine it could be done well.
I just love it. I've just got an image of all these bodies like in the car around him, and he's just sitting there patiently waiting for the traffic to move and looking around and fiddling with the radio.
All right. Shall we move on? Was that the end of the trailers?
Yeah, that's all the trailers.
All right, let's talk about what we watched this week. I guess I'll go first. I watched Storks, which is really good. I don't think anyone really expected that from the trailers or the premise of a movie about storks. But it's it's a genuinely good children's comedy adventure. Um, it's just really well done in terms of comedy. It's got a good narrative in there. If you don't know, Storks is about the storks that deliver babies have stopped doing that and are now delivering packages. And one of the storks, Junior. And there's the last baby they tried to deliver. They couldn't deliver, Tulip, and now lives sort of in the corner store building, which is their big warehouse, trying to help out. And Junior, played by Andy Samberg, is told by Hunter, played by Kelsey Grammer, that he can become the boss if only he fires Tulip. Now that she's 18, she can go and do her own thing. And then through a turnabout series of events, that leads to Tulip and Junior having to deliver one last baby. And so they go off on a wacky adventure. It's genuinely fun. Like, it's a well-made children's comedy. It's not like relying on lazy pop culture references. It's very, very clever. It's very, very well, just very, very well done. There's a fantastic character called Pigeon Toady, who is, see it so I can quote this thing at people and they'll know what I mean, because he's fantastic as a comedy character. Just this bizarre and wacky sort of bro who's genuinely odd, genuinely strange. But yes, this is definitely a movie that's worth checking out if you have kids or otherwise. It's genuinely funny and it's a good time at the movies. I also saw the French farce What's in a Name from a few years ago. That's quite good. It's about a family, sort of a husband and wife, and the wife's brother and their friend Claude, and the brother's wife are having a dinner, and it's which is all sort of normal until the brother reveals that his son, who is due to be born, he wants to name Adolphe, and it goes from there. It's a very, very good farce. It's genuinely bizarre. It's very well made. I quite enjoyed it. It's sort of this. It turns ridiculous, but at times a genuine family drama as well. It's quite good. I watched through the Auckland Film Society the Conrad Wolf film Goya, or The Hard Road to Enlightenment. Whoops, my phone just went flying. This is an East German film about the Spanish painter Goya and his relationship with all manner of things, including the Spanish government, the Inquisition, and people who aren't his wife. It's quite a good movie. Yeah, it's a very, very good movie. It's what Kubrick would make if he didn't have enough money, basically. It's good. It's a good movie. It's very odd to watch a movie about Spain that's in German, though. That's quite an odd thing to see. Having said that, it's still a good movie, and you should definitely watch it. Starring the guy from Solaris, whose name I've forgotten from the original Solaris, so that's exciting. Yes, just filled with all manner of interesting imagery and cinematography and so forth. Yes. And lastly, I saw Doctor Strange on Thursday. I think you saw this as well, Terry.
I did.
Oh, yeah. I didn't care for it greatly. It looks interesting and it's got some good elements, but it feels like it's tonally all over the place. They clearly want to make something that is basically the early Marvel film narrative. When some guy is a jerk and gets over himself and also gets superpowers. It's the basic premise of what's going on here, and then there's some fights. Yeah, it felt like there's jokes, but they feel like they've been inserted in a later edit. It's not particularly clear what Dr. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch's deal is. He's kind of a jerky, egotistical surgeon who then gets superpowers for some reason. I don't really know if he's supposed to be searching for forbidden knowledge, or if he just wants to be like the super best guy, or if he actually wants his damaged hands back, or what he actually wants. But anyway, he ends up fighting Mads Mikkelsen, and that's pretty good. Mads Mikkelsen has amazing eye makeup in this film. And Tilda Swinton and Chiwetel Ejiofor give some pretty good performances as well. I quite like that. It does look cool, but there's no substance behind that. It made me kind of appreciate how good The Matrix is in terms of using that same kind of imagery, but for a purpose, to my mind. Still kind of fun, but I don't know, it just didn't work for me particularly well. Didn't seem to have I don't know what it was going for apart from here is another Marvel movie. What did you think of Doctor Strange?
I have the same thoughts that you just said, because I was in the middle of writing my review for it, and you've pretty much just stolen everything. But I'm gonna side that I liked it. I can't disagree with anything you said, and pretty much exactly what I thought. It's all style and very little substance. It feels very Iron Man 1 with a bit of magic in it. I like egotistical characters. I do. So I didn't mind his character at all. I went to a 3D screening of this, and it was really good. It was really phenomenal to watch that. And
that might be interesting, yeah.
It really was. It's not that I chose to go to a 3D screening. It's just the time that worked out. The 3D screening was on. And I like in that there's a sequence there where he's going through like the dimension things, and like Tilda Swinton's showing him like all the multiverse and whatnot, and it looks really, really cool. And there's like some shots are very horror-like that thing with the arms.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I liked. You got to see a little bit of that, like Scott Derrickson's horror-esque style in this Marvel film. I did like that. The jokes never seemed to land, and they weren't that funny. I think the movie would have been much better off without them in it. Like, because they were going for like this a bit of it was a slightly darker tone, and then they throw in these jokes for levity and to just try and make this egotistical man have some humor, and it didn't. It kind of clashed, so I wasn't backed. The jokes didn't work for me. And the other thing that I was getting quite into the movie, into its own world, and then they mentioned the Avengers, like, oh, the Avengers do this, and it took me out. It took me out of where we were, and went, oh yeah, this is related to all the other movies, and it didn't. And then I was like, well, it's not really fitting, even though I know that this is going to fit. And I know it is bringing a new dimension to the Marvel universe, like the magic into it. It just took me out of it. But overall, I liked it. So I think we've got the same points, and we thought the same about it. But I liked it, and you didn't. So that's where I'm coming from. Did you see the post-credit scenes? Because I know you usually walk out.
I saw one of them.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah, and then I don't bother staying for the later ones.
Well,
'Cause
I'll
then-
tell you off air what happened, because there
okay,
was one right at the end.
is it plot relevant or is it just kind of fun?
No, it's plot relevant.
Okay, I don't. Do I care? I mean, I'll find out in the next thing anyway.
Well, I won't tell you after.
Tell me, but I just don't know if I'll care.
All right. I didn't mind the first mid-credit scene. I thought it was kind of cool.
It is fun. Like it's fun. Yeah, it does link to things. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And what's her name? Rachel
McAdams.
Rachel McAdams. I thought that story was just all over the place. With the love story. It was kind of like, no, I hate you. Fix me. I love you. And yeah.
I like that she wasn't in it much. Basically, that like it's. I don't know. Maybe I'd kind of zoned out at the very end of that, but it felt like she was someone who was in his life and then kind of popped up again, which was annoying. I was hoping that after he's a jerk, let's be honest. So she walks out at one point. I was really hoping she wouldn't come back for her sake, and yeah, I didn't. There wasn't enough screen time of that to really constitute like a romantic subplot. They kind of just were around each other for a while. So I was glad that there wasn't too much of that to sort of hit the bases. I thought that went ticking boxes. I thought that was quite good that there wasn't much of her. Having said that, I don't know if that was intentional or if they just edited those bits out to have more jokes. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind it, but it certainly wasn't the best thing ever. It wasn't a huge. I think I liked it more than Ant-Man, but yeah.
I think I liked Ant-Man more than this. It was more charming. I mean, it wasn't about like I had problems with Ant-Man, but it wasn't about a complete dick. So I think I enjoyed it more on that basis.
You see, I like those characters. I like the complete dicks. I really enjoy House for his character. Of course, he is a complete dick and he's arrogant, and so I like watching those characters.
I don't. They're not fun.
Oh,
And
they
especially
can be
when
fun.
I know they're gonna like fine, you're establishing this so he can learn something. Like that's clearly what's going on here. He's not a fun jerk. He's okay. You're gonna learn hubris and still get some superpowers anyway. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, there's not much more we can talk about without spoiling it. So
yeah, which I'm willing to do, but probably shouldn't. So what else have you watched?
Oh, my turn. Well, I'll keep with the movies for now. I watched Poltergeist last week in our friends over at Cinematic Randomness. It's another review page. They hosted a Scream Along, which pretty much you got to watch Poltergeist in your own house, and we tweeted stuff as we were watching it. So it was very fun. I wouldn't recommend doing it if you're watching it for the first time, because it's quite distracting. But yes, it was very fun to have some wit online while the movie's going on. And I also watched AI, Artificial Intelligence, in my Spielberg reviewed series that I'm doing. First time watch, and didn't really know anything about it. Actually, I didn't know anything. Didn't really know. I didn't know anything about it. So that was a weird ride I went on. It was. It went places I wasn't expecting at all. Yeah, I like Haley Joel Osment in it. He brings his Sixth Sense vibe over to us, but a lot more robotic, funnily enough. And yeah, I really wasn't expecting where it went, because we were having this nice family moment, and okay, things are going to happen with the family. And then the family's just, by the way, this movie is from 2001, so I'm spoiling it. If you haven't seen it, well, tough luck. And then we move on to this weird thing where they just abandon him, which is, I think, is the worst thing ever. Just take him back and get him shut down if you don't want him anymore because he's killing your son. So that pissed me off a little bit. Have you seen it?
Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's half Kubrick, half
Yeah.
Spielberg, which are these very different ways of making a film.
Yeah. I've been because after I finished watching, I went, "Oh, I have to read shit about this because I want to know what's going on and how all this came about." And I saw that like it was Kubrick's project, and went, "I can't do it justice. Here you go, Stephen. You can have it." And he made it, and everyone thinks that all the sweet moments and stuff are what he added, like Spielberg. But Spielberg said, "Well, no, my stuff's actually the darker shit, and like the really sweet stuff and the ending is actually Kubrick stuff," which
Really?
is which is kind of weird. Yeah, so like the three acts are so completely different, and it just kept throwing me every time. Like they went, "Oh, okay, this is going to be the movie." I thought it was going to be like about the family, and then they abandoned him. So now he's with Gigolo Joe. And I thought, okay, so it's going to be finish off with him trying to be Pinocchio and become a real boy. And then that kind of finished with, and so Gigolo Joe and Jude Law were out of it. And then it was just this weird thing at the end, like in the futuristic stuff, which I initially thought were aliens. I thought, well, this is just turned absolutely stupid. But I've actually learned that they're not aliens; that they're AI. That have,
Oh, are they? I thought they were aliens.
yeah. I thought they were aliens, but yeah, I've been doing reading. They're not aliens. They're like the AI that's morphed over time, and so that's what the new AI look like. Which they never met any humans before because they were all dead. Um, so yeah, that's why they were so interested in Andy Joe Ultimate. I couldn't, yeah, because I was like, originally watching, I'm like, what the fuck? Why are there aliens in it now? This is just got stupid. So I had to actually go and read shit, so I could not be angry at the end, which worked well. Which worked very well. Yeah, so that was an interesting movie. And going to TV time now, American Horror Story Roanoke. Finally, they've changed it up, and I can actually get excited about the format. So, as you've known, I haven't been very happy at all with the way they've been doing the one-on-one interviews and the reenactments with the real life person and the reenacting person. So pretty much at the start of this episode, there was the spiel come up about how My Roanoke Nightmare was the highest grossing film or the highest watched film in 2015. It even beats The Walking Dead. This is what it said. It beat The Walking Dead and something else. So the reenactment TV show in the TV show is saying that its views were like better than The Walking Dead season finale and something else, which I found quite funny. And so now they're making they're making a reality TV show where they get the reenactment actors and the real life actors and put them all in the house together. And there's drama going on. So it's a bit like a reality horror TV show now, as a spin-off from the reenactment. Is this making sense, Tim?
No.
No. It's actually it's quite good.
Okay. So American Horror Story Roanoke gone good.
Yeah, pretty much. I like it.
Sweet.
It's gone very good. And Kathy Bates did do some one-on-one interviews, but she's gone batshit crazy. It's fantastic. And Westworld, I'm keeping up with Westworld. It's fantastic. It's getting me through my Game of Thrones downtime until that comes back. Definitely see it. I really like Anthony Hopkins. He had this John Hammond sort of vibe going to him, but now it's going a little bit sinister. So I'm liking to see where that goes. And that's what I've seen this week.
Sweet.
So coming out this week, like the coming week, which will be November 3, is Hacksaw Ridge. I've seen that. I've got a review up on the site if you want to get a good whatchamacallit of it, like a write-up of it. Probably better than what I can talk. So it's Mel Gibson's return to the director's chair. It's about a U.S. Army medic, Desmond Doss, who is a conscientious objector during World War II, and he signs up because just because he doesn't want to fire a gun doesn't mean he shouldn't help. So he signs up as a medic to try and save our boys, and he wins the Medal of Honor from saving 75 men single-handedly under fire. And it's a really, really good story. It's not like a full-on war story. First you see a bit of his home life, and then you see the army training, then you see the war. So don't go in expecting a big war movie, because it's not. It's a period drama that has a war in it at the end. It's really, really good. It's going to clean up at the Oscars, I reckon. It's at least going to get nominations for director, best picture, cinematography, and one of the sound things. I don't really know how the sound mixing and sound editing work, but I'm sure they're going to get one of the sound ones, because that was absolutely brutal, some of the sound that was in it. The practical effects, they use so much practical effects, and it reminds you of the Saving Private Ryan opening scene. It is gory and it is bloody, and it is very good. So if you can't deal with much gore or blood, you might not want to watch this movie, or just check out and go to the toilet during the last act of it. Yeah, very good. So go see Hacksaw Ridge. The Accountant, I have no idea what this is about, really. It's an accountant. He fixes the books for criminal organizations. Now the Treasury Department's after him, and people are dying somehow, and he gets a gun. I don't know. Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrickson and J.K. Simmons. Great cast, but I have no idea what's going on. Do you know really what's going on in this?
So Ben Affleck plays an autistic man who he doesn't fix the books, but when a criminal organization or a mob boss might think that someone is skimming off the top, he goes in and is like a forensic accountant who checks to figure out whether they are skimming the books or not. And when he finds evidence that they are, he's a crack shot and like a ninja, so he goes and meets out some mob justice.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't get that from the synopsis or the trailer.
Okay, I think he's that by night, and by day he's just a regular accountant.
Yeah. I don't think the marketing's done well on this, because I'm so confused about what the hell's meant to be going on.
Are you intrigued?
Not really. I'm just, this is a mess. So I might let you take that one to review, because I don't think I've got any interest in it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I actually want to see it, but anyway.
Oh, well, no, you are now. I'm designated.
No, I gotta go. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's probably interesting. I can complain about it if it's terrible.
Another movie coming out this week is American Honey. It is a small indie film about this girl called Star, and she's pretty much she does love the solitude. No, she doesn't. She's just a person who's living on the streets. She's been just dealt the same shit as what Ray did. So yeah, she joins up with this ragtag bunch of youth selling magazines to people while traveling America, and there's partying and love and money and like a three-way love triangle, not three-way, love triangle. Yeah, it looks really, really good, and she's just looking for somewhere to fit in. I think that's what most of these movies are about. It looks like a very cool coming-of-age film. Shia LaBeouf's in it, and the girl who plays Star is Sasha Lane, who I've never heard of. So that looks good. I've heard some very good things about it. Here's one that I haven't heard many good things about, is The Light Between Oceans. It's set in Western Australia. I don't think it was filmed there, but it's set there. And Tom and Isabel, they live in a lighthouse, and they see a baby adrift in a boat. And they've had some problems with babies before. I think one of them died or something. So they're a bit grief-stricken. And then they find a baby and like, okay, we'll make her our own. And then years later, the mother shows up. It's like, I've got a feeling my daughter's around here somewhere. And things happen. It's based on a book by the same name by M.L. Stedman. It stars Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. Vikander? How do you say her name? Vikander. And Rachel Weisz. So it's got a great cast in it, but I just don't think there's much in the way of good story. So I don't think I'll be seeing that. Is there anything different in the NZ?
We're getting Hacksaw Ridge, The Accountant, and The Light Between Oceans. No sign of American Honey just yet. We're also getting One Piece Film Gold, a movie based of or from the One Piece anime series. Feeling Lucky, a New Zealand Indian film a New Zealand Indian comedy, which I don't know much about, and Pokemon the movie Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel, which is a Pokemon movie about Pokemons. So that's what's coming out in New Zealand.
What are you interested in? You go see Hacksaw Ridge or anything?
I want to see American Honey, but it's not out.
Oh.
I've got to go see The Accountant now, so so I'm told. So I've got to do that, I guess. Yeah, that's all right. I can do that.
Well, I've already seen the Hacksaw Ridge, and I don't want to see the Accountant. I don't think I'm going to see anything this week. I might catch up on Ouija.
You don't want to see Pokemon the movie, Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel?
No, it's not out here.
Oh, lucky.
Or I might actually go to Hell or High Water. I haven't got to that yet, so I might see if I can
The
get to
Accountant.
that. I'm not seeing that damn
I might
movie.
see
I don't know
Hell
what
or
it's about. You still there?
Ah, Ed.
Stop copying me. So yeah. Oh well, that's it. Oh wait, I've got news. I had some news I forgot I was going to mention, so it'll just be quick. Disney Junior are making Muppet Babies again. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this. I like Muppet Babies, but if they don't bring back Skeeter, I'm going to riot.
There's going to be a Muppet Baby-induced riot.
Only if they don't bring back the twin of Scooter, the female twin of Scooter.
Why do you want the twin of Scooter?
She just got lost. Everyone else progressed into the Muppet movies and into the TV shows and everything, and Skeeter just kind of got left behind. Where is Skeeter? What's she doing now? I want to know. So, yes. I think I'm done now, unless you have got something to say about a Muppet Baby.
I don't know.
All right, I think we're done.
Okay, all right. So if you want to read our main blog, you can find us at sfdfmoviereviews.tumblr.com. We have Facebook at facebook.com/sfdfmoviereviews. We're on Twitter at sfdfmoviereview, singular. If you just want to listen to this podcast, we're at soundcloud.com/sfdf. That's also on iTunes. Just search SFDF in iTunes search hole. If you want to email us, you can get to us at inspaceNoOneCanEatIceCream@gmail.com. If you want to do any of these things, but I said them too quickly, you can find links to all of that and other good stuff down the right side of the main blog, which again is sfdfmoviereviews.tumblr.com. All right. It's time to wrap up this train wreck. I think. Did you know that Skeeter was voiced by Frank Welker, who did Scooby-Doo?
I did not know that.
There you go. Frank Welker. All right.
Did you have to look up who Skeeter was?
I did. I was like, what are you talking about? And then it's voiced by Frank Welker. Anyway. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Say goodbye, Terry.
All right. Goodbye, Terry.
All right, bye everybody.